So President Obama has jumped back into politics and into the political conversation. Now, among some of the many different things that he had addressed in his speech, including Donald Trump, this is the first speech where he actually calls out Trump by name. He also gave shout outs to a policy position that has in recent years become very popular. Now, here's the president's statement on this. Take a look.
It's harder for young people to save for a rainy day, let alone retirement. So Democrats aren't just running on good old ideas like a higher minimum wage. They're running on good new ideas like Medicare for all, giving workers seats on corporate boards, reversing the most egregious corporate tax cuts to make sure college students graduate debt-free.
Okay, so look, I got a lot to say about this, okay? Both good and bad. So first, let's go to the good, right? Because I like to think of myself sometimes as an optimist. Sometimes. Now, look, President Obama is considered by a lot of pundits and Democrats in general as the leader of the Democratic Party. Right or wrong? I think it's wrong because I think in a lot of issues, he had the chance to lead and he definitely did not. But whether you think it's right or wrong, whether you think he is the leader or not, I do believe he is the leader of the Democratic Party. He actually carries a lot of weight within establishment party circles. And guess what? He just used that word to give an endorsement to Medicare for all. Oh no, it's a good new idea, Medicare for all. You know what that means? That means the pundits and Democratic Party operatives really don't have the option of calling it ponies anymore. And that's, of course, what we heard for the last couple of years, since 2016, since the Bernie Sanders campaign, and where he really pushed this idea of Medicare for all. Oh, no, you're being unrealistic. It's a pony. It's rainbows and unicorns. It'll never, ever happen. Well, now what are you going to do? You're going to go against Obama? Obama just said it was a great new idea. Well, it must be a great new idea unless you want to go against a vaunted Obama. What are you, a racist? You know, of course, they're going to use that. But anyway, so look, again, just 2 years ago, everybody was saying ponies, Medicare for all, unrealistic. How are we going to pay for it? In fact, I got a video here of the 2016 Democratic nominee talking about Medicare for all. Watch.
Health emergencies can't wait for us to have some theoretical debate about some better idea that will never, ever come to pass.
Never, ever come to pass. It'll never happen. Single payer, not going to happen. How the times change. How the times change. Now we're actually having a conversation. Now it's mainstream. You know that a politician like Obama has seen the writing on the wall. They know it's inevitable. That's when they actually come out for it. Look, everything in Washington you have to understand is calculated. They think about this. They go over it with pollsters and they go over it with party officials to make sure that, oh no, is the base in favor of this? And are we able to make this political calculation to support this specific policy? It's what he did during his entire administration. Oh no, I've got to go and meet with the consultants and talk about this, all this stuff, right? I've got to make my plan and I've got to be calculated. I got to play three-dimensional chess to make sure. And then the Republicans, what are they going to say? They're going to call it socialist and all that stuff. And look, going through and making all those calculations, even Obama was like, yeah, this is inevitable. This is going to happen. So I might as well come out and in pure Democratic DNC establishment fashion claims it. Oh no, it's a great new idea. It's a great new idea. Now, look, one of the reasons, as I said, measured is public opinion, right? Which leads me to some of the polls, right? The polls behind single payer are absolutely undeniable. 70% of the American people want it. 85% of Democrats specifically want it. And over half of all Republicans, 52%, say yes, it is time for Medicare for all that is government-sponsored insurance. They know what it is. They want it. The American people, it cannot be more clear that they are ready for Medicare for all. And look, the reason is it's not because Obama, it's not because of the establishment. No. It's because of Bernie Sanders, who did not get mentioned, by the way. The National Nurses United, all the progressive activists, all the candidates, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and many of the others that are actually running on this. The few congressmen, the 16 senators that are supporting it. And of course, you guys. You helped push Obama to the left on this issue. This is a big deal. This is a huge deal. Now, that's the good. I'm going to throw some shade. Now, Jesse Hellman, writing for The Hill, noted in this article that Obama and establishment Democrats had rejected the premise of Medicare for all and single-payer health care during his 8 years in the White House. And there's some pretty devastating quotes on that that I don't have, where he was like, "No, we're not interested. We're actually this is like socialism. We're not going to go in that direction. We're not going to go in the direction of single payer. This of the ACA is completely not that. No. It is free market health insurance." Now, Republicans, will you vote for it? And of course they didn't. But anyway, now Julia Conley, writing for Common Dreams, she wrote, "While working to reform the U.S. for-profit health system as president and with majorities of both the House and Senate, Obama hastily rejected the possibility of adopting a single-payer plan, claiming it would represent a radical shift akin to right-wing proposals for all Americans to take on 100% of the responsibility of their health care costs. Oh no, Medicare for all, it's one of those crazy fringe ideas that is kind of like, it's so crazy that it's like the right-wing plan, which is like no health care at all. Well, we're not going to go in that direction." 8 years later, now suddenly it's like, oh no, Medicare for all, great new idea. Love it. Totally in favor. But look, we know that during the ACA fight, Obama didn't fight for a public option, which would have been the least that he could do. Instead, he went fully with the Heritage Foundation right-wing plan called the Affordable Care Act, and of course, we are where we're at now because of that decision. So Obama, he didn't fight for it. He didn't fight for Medicare for all. He didn't fight for a public option. No. He dismissed it during his presidency when he had a chance to influence the policy. And now, later on, now that it's popular, of course, it's a new idea. It's not a new idea. Hillary Clinton pushed it way before she was bought off by health insurance companies. That shows you exactly how not new of an idea it was. Hillary Clinton was for it before she was against it. Okay. But of course, Bernie Sanders is the one who's been pushing it for decades. It's not a new idea. It's just now that it's finally palatable to some establishment politicians. And mostly because they have been forced to accept it by the base. So at the end of the day, it is actually technically a win. So I will take it, even knowing that, of course, we're never going to get an apology from the establishment. Oh, come on. You want an apology? Hell will freeze over before the establishment apologizes for shitting on people who are supporting Medicare for all. It's not going to happen. And of course, you're going to see them come and say, "Oh, no. What are you talking about? That's our idea." Yeah, we're so progressive. And we also know that a lot of these politicians will likely never do anything beyond lip service in order to actually make this happen. But at least now, they can, look, they can't go back and say that, no, this is a pony and this is all that, and, you know, we're never going to have it. We are past that. The conversation has changed. The politics in the Democratic Party have shifted. And that is ultimately a good thing. And just him talking about that, you got to understand that stuff like this means a lot on Capitol Hill. So this is a big deal. But, like always, and you guys have to remember, and I think you know this better than anybody, flowering language doesn't turn into policy unless there is action. So, and as long as we keep up the pressure, as long as we demand action and push those politicians and engage in primaries, then there is a chance we will win. As long as we keep fighting for it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.